I'm apparently still screwing up everything. I just found a new feature in my in the little chat program thing that pops up at the bottom here, and I was just sitting here playing with that, and then realized, hey, it's 8 o'clock. But yeah, we're here. It is 8 o'clock. It is October 29th, a couple days just before Halloween. I apologize. I was not planning on being here. Nisi had something that came up that she was not able to host the show. Otherwise, I would have gotten in costume for you guys. You know how I am. I would have certainly done that for you. But sadly enough, I was not able to. So I figured we'll just run with it. I only had a couple hours to prepare, but yeah, we can go right along with the build that we started last week or 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I was here 2 weeks ago. I'll be here tonight, and then you'll see me again in 3 weeks. Next week we'll start the month over, and John from the Schuylkill River Valley will be here up on Sidetrack Sunday, so definitely check his channel out. I will toss up in chat all of the links for the Sidetrack Sunday crew. So make sure you check out their channels as well. And yeah, all right. So let's go ahead and get this thing rolling, I guess. Where do we go? Let's I'm only 3 minutes in. I know there's not a lot that we can do tonight, but if anything, I've got a box over there that I got from Caboose Stop Hobbies that we can get through also. But before we do that, let's go ahead and get the girl of the hour up here and let her say hello. Bear with me. My kids gave me a cold, so I'm going to be drinking a little bit of extra water during the show. So I apologize if you hear me cough or if I have to take a drink. But let's get Rita up here. Here she is. Yeah. All right. Hey, you guys remember Logo? He's happy to be here. He's going to hang out with me for a couple minutes and say hello. Let's go ahead and let's get the hello messages rolling on the screen. They should be popping up in a second or so. As soon as that starts, I can never start that before the show because then it misses everybody. Hey, in case I didn't mention, I am Rick Bailey, and this is the Foltz Bailey Model Railroad. And again, you are watching Sidetrack Sunday. Sidetrack Sunday is a cool little show that me and a bunch of other guys put on, guys and gals, can't forget Nisi, put on every Sunday at 8 o'clock. We come up here and we do different things. Some of us do some modeling. Some of us talk about our railroads. We do builds and dioramas, how-tos and tips. So check us out at 8 o'clock on Sunday, every Sunday, and we're hanging out. I see the hellos are going at the top of the screen there. I'm going to pause those for a moment. Let's jump over to the participants list and let's see who's here. All right, so at the top of the list in alphabetical order, we've got Anthony Dodge, the model train outsider is here. Thank you, Opa Dodge, for stopping in. Artie is here from the Oz American Model Railroading. He's in the house. Artie from down under in Australia. DB Tech Dave is here. Thanks for stopping in, Dave. Appreciate it. Mike from the Deep Run Railroad is also here. Derek Alexander stopped in. James from the Dundas Junction Model Railroad is here. Of course, I'm in the house. Where else would I be Sunday night at 8 o'clock? We've also got Ed from Happy Valley Hobbies here. Let's see. Humanity Junction. Heath just jumped in. Welcome, Heath. Thanks for stopping over. Joe Rader from the Black Rock Central is here. Dwight Curley from the Curly Express is also here. Mom and Son Train Rail Fan is here. Tammy, thank you for stopping in. Ray, I also hope you are watching. Tammy, we're going to have to explain the rough because I don't want people to get the bad idea, but we'll get to that in a minute. Ray Bertelson is here. Ray, it's good. Thank you for stopping in. It was good to meet you down in Timonium. Ron Moen's in the house. Thanks for stopping in, Ron. Santa Fe Bob, my number one promoter. Thank you, Bob, for the emails this afternoon. Very much appreciated. Always getting my spirits up, buddy. Appreciate it much. John from the Schuylkill River Valley is here, also known as J2. Tim D is also in the house. And last on the list, but first in our hearts, Wigwag Workshop is here, and I believe Wiggy got the cookie tonight. He was in, let's see, he was here at 4:48, and his comment, well, first he said hello, and then he had another comment a little while later, and I can't find it right now, but he said something like 3 more hours to the live show, which was very, very cool. Let's jump over back here to the main cam. Hey, if you guys didn't notice, there's a bunch of people over in chat. They're in the blue color. Yeah, I see Ray Bobel just jumped in here. Ray, happy to have you. Thank you for stopping in, buddy. Appreciate it. Anybody else that I missed? Let me just go through this list. I should have done that before. If you don't see your name in that list, it's either because you haven't chatted in a while or you haven't said anything in chat. So definitely pop up and say hello and let everybody know that you're here and you're watching, or maybe you're just lurking in the background. Back to my other comment. You're going to see some people over there in blue. Those blue people are my moderators. They are here to keep the chat on track and keep me in line, or is that keep the chat in line and keep me on track? I can never tell the difference. But either way, thank you guys. Thank you to my moderators for hanging out there and keeping things under control as best as you can. Appreciate that always. I had I was playing with earlier. Let me jump over to the other screen. I mentioned before I was playing with something, and no, it wasn't what you thought. But apparently, with this program, I can queue up all of these messages at the bottom and then just play them one by one by clicking a button. So I thought that was really, really, really awesome. And then I got playing with that, and that's how time got ahead of me. So I'm just going to run through some of these messages. Everybody's still saying hello, getting in chat. So I got a couple things that I wanted to show you that I got from the Timonium train show. Grandpa Rails, welcome in, bud. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Heath is saying that it's J2's birthday. So happy birthday again, John. Appreciate you stopping in over here on your birthday. I think this is probably the 10th or 11th time this year that we've been celebrating your birthday. So Tammy says it's not blue. Not sure what blue we're talking about, but maybe it's not blue. Maybe it is blue. Heath says there is no on track with this show. No, there is no on track. Not here. Playing with buttons is Rick what you call it now. Yeah, well, it's playing with buttons when I do it. It's something different when Rita does it. Dwayne from the Fork and Spoon, welcome in, bud. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Rail Artist is here also. I did see you pop in. Train Video Productions. Hello, hello. More people stopping in. Everybody's just saying hello and greeting everybody. So I got a couple things at the train show. And I wanted to promote some of the businesses that I ran into while I was there. The first one was very, very simple. These guys, this is going to screw up my green screen, so I apologize, but I hope you could see a couple of these business cards. Mud Creek Models. These guys were awesome. They do model kits in HO and N. So I stopped by their booth. Hope you guys can see that. Pardon the green screen there. They do a bunch of wood kits, and they also have a bunch of parts that they do both in 3D printing and they have a lot of wood accessories. The thing that I got from them, I actually got a couple different sizes, but what I picked up was some scale lumber from these guys. These happen to be 2x6 in 6 linear. It says 6 linear feet. I'm not sure where you get 6 linear feet from, but these will come in good when I do the scratch building, because this is what the trim work is done on. So all the roof trim and all that is all done with this stuff. Good stuff to have. So I'll put that away. I got myself confused earlier. I'll get into that in a minute. So that was from those guys. Another thing I picked up, actually these guys here, I stopped by their booth. They've got another, these guys also do scale kits, a lot of wooden kits and such. I didn't get anything from them, but I picked up their card. Lynn McCurdy, welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping in, bud. Appreciate it. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can hear that, but there's a beeping in the background. Let me explain the beeping. I have a battery backup unit for this setup here. And apparently the battery is dying, and every so often it beeps. It's been driving me nuts for a week. I have to change the battery. It's actually been good all day, so I don't know why it's starting now. But if you happen to hear a beeping, know that it's not my fire alarm and we are not in a state of emergency. It's just annoying. Back to the train stuff. I have a few mint model kits. Oh, awesome. Awesome. I definitely want to try them out. They did have a lot of stuff. This place here, I didn't get one of their cards, but I'll show you the receipt that I have has their name and their address on it. Sorry, it doesn't have a website. What I got from them was this railroad kit that they produce, which was really, really cool. It was only $10. It's another little shed that I'm going to go ahead and put together. This might be our next build. We'll see. We'll see. But I got that from that. That's Micro Lumina. Very nice lady that took care of me. She answered a whole bunch of questions, showed me their whole line of inventory of stuff that they have. So very cool place. Would putting all 6 pieces together make 6 foot length? Oh, maybe that could be it. So if they were, hang on, I got my ruler here. So yeah, they're just about 12.5 inches long. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 pieces. I'll tell you what, Ed, you're a smart guy, man. You are a smart guy. So there are 6 pieces in here that are all 1 foot in length. And so yeah, that's 6 linear feet. Awesome. Awesome job, Ed. Thank you for solving the mystery, my friend. Awesome stuff. So actually so the next candidate up on the board here, these were actually the guys that I stopped by first. This was the first retailer that I actually purchased from. And these guys are right here in Pennsylvania, B&B Hobby Supplies. The thing I love about their business card is right on the back, they've got a scale ruler for O scale, HO scale, and N scale, all right there on the card. So if anything, I don't know if they can have you. I don't know if you might want to call them and ask them if they can just send you a business card, because that's just awesome to have just sitting right on your workbench if you need a quick measurement of something. I'm wondering if I would have taken this and just measured out those pieces, if I would have figured out it was 6 feet. Yeah, you never know. But here's some things I picked up from them. I got some phosphor bronze wire. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but it's really, really thin wire. I actually got it in 0.0202. Block me out there. 0.020. There's 12 pieces in there, really thin wire. And I also got it in 0.025 or 0.025. So what I plan on using this with is if you guys remember, we were talking about the new build crew that's coming up, and we're building this house that was at one time in Ray's wife's family. So there's on the back porch, there is a railing that needs to be built. And this is what I was going to use this for. So I thought, just from glance, I thought the 0.020 was going to be enough. John Foltz said the 0.03 was better, but I thought the 0.03 was a little bit too large. So that's why I met him halfway in the middle and got the 0.025. So that's going to come in handy for that. Last but not least, the last thing that I got from them was some weathering mixes. These are from Hunterline. These are the same people that my bridge. No, I'm sorry. These are the same people that my little N scale bridge is made by. That's a Hunterline kit. So I got this in both burnt umber, and I also got it in raw umber. One looks kind of like it's like to you, it looks black. To me, it looks like a really dark gray. And then this one to you looks brown. But on my side, it's more of like a dark copper color. And what I didn't realize when I saw these, I originally thought, oh, I've been looking for those. What I was actually looking for was the weathering mixes from Best. I believe they call them Vector. They make them in bigger glass bottles. So when I picked these up, I was like, oh yeah, I got what I wanted. And then realized later when I saw them somewhere else, I was like, oh, but it was the same price and the colors were just about the same. So no worries. Glad to have them. We'll use them on the next build and we'll see how that turns out. So I did have a small little screw up. I use that wire to power up passenger cars. Oh, that's awesome. I never thought of doing that. Yes, that's it. Vitero. Vitero is the best stain. Yes. That's the one I was looking for, but couldn't find. Then wound up finding it at the last minute on my way out. But at that point, it was already too late. So I did a little screw up. Actually, I made two mistakes. I was able to correct one. I was able to correct two, actually, but not real happy with the other with one. So let's jump down to one last thing I got. I got these little tiny scissors. They are really, really strong. They have a really good contact there. So I thought this would be really good for like cutting styrene or maybe because they're so small and thin, you could use these to cut like the figures off of their little sprues when you get them from mini prints or other places. Also, you never know when you need to cut a stubborn nose hair. So I got them, I wouldn't use them for that. Anyway, let's get down here to the workbench. and I'll show you where we're at. So here is the build that we were working on last week. I've been fixing issues on my TBC 3.0 build, driving me crazy. Yeah, I haven't worked on mine since I went to Chicago like 2 weeks ago. So mine's kind of just like sitting here. I really need to get on it. Yes, nose hair trimmers. Yes. Uh, isn't the screen behind you the actual room? Why the green screen? Okay, so yes, the room. So if I go back here for a minute and we cut this off, yes, why the green screen? Um, so this is the actual image of that camera that's over there. Why the green screen? I am in my basement, which I share with my children, and I have a 9-year-old, well, 8-year-old, almost 9, a 5-year-old, and a 3-year-old. As much as I love them, I do not love all of their crap. And that's what's behind the green screen. So rather than show you guys my basement, I figured I would cut it off and let you guys just chill out and watch, look at all the stuff that I have built, which is up here on the shelf. Tom is hanging out over on Rumble. Thank you, Tom, for joining in. I appreciate it. Good evening. So, yes, we are also live over on Rumble. We are simulcast streaming tonight. So, anybody who has an account, jump over there, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, join me over on Rumble. After the show health. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So Tammy, I have to explain the dog bark because someone questioned it already. So we were all at Ray's house after the Timonium show. And we were all sitting around joking, laughing, chatting, having a great time. And Tammy shared a video with us, with all of us, and it was a picture of her 2 dogs doing something that I'm not going to mention on camera, but let's just say she could have got money for it if there was an OnlyFans page. So the dogs were having a great time, it looked like, and we started joking around and had, I think it might have been Plumber. Plumber made a comment and said that this should be our inside joke, and anytime this little group gets together, our call should be roof or something like that, whatever. Well, I went into a couple different chats that Tammy and I were in, and I started the whole roof whatever, and in the chat, and someone questioned it and asked me why I was barking at Tammy. Unfortunately, I didn't feel comfortable explaining it. So I did send them an email after explaining what I'm explaining to you, but I didn't want anyone to get the impression that I was in any way making fun of Tammy or calling Tammy something that she is not, or insinuating something. So if you happen to see that in a chat, just know that it is an inside joke between me, Tammy, and the rest of the people that were at Ray's house. I am not calling Tammy a dog or referencing anything to anything that you guys may come up with your imagination. Tammy's okay with it. The rest of the group's okay with it. So let it slide. We are all good. Let's get back to the build. Yep, there you go. Ray's got it going already. Wolf, wolf. So so I screwed up twice. The first one was not actually as bad. So if you guys remember, I'm building this kit, and I swear I just had it not too long ago. Okay. here is the kit from FOS Models. It is their M.O.W shed, or maintenance of way. And it's a really cool kit. I love the little platform that it sits on. It seems like an easy kit to build, so I went at it. The problem that I ran into was FOS Models sent me 2 of the fronts, so I couldn't build a shed that way. So I contacted them. They were able to get me another front, which was I've already painted up for you. And here's the part that was left over. This was that section there, which is the opposite of that section there. So here you've got 2 side walls, the front and the back, right? Now, my dumb fault. I had already, yeah, you had left when the barking began. Yeah. I didn't realize when I bought the kit, and I didn't realize until after I had already asked FOS Models for the replacement, that I already have another kit. Somehow or another, I bought the kit, so I had a duplicate set. So this is where we're at now, and we're able to go with this Kitbash. So, what I'm going to do is take these spare parts, and I have some wood that's this. I wanted to show you this also. So I got this basswood. It is 1/16 inch, so it's really, really thin. It's actually the same thickness as here, so which works out perfectly. It's 3 inches in width and 24 inches long, and there are 15 of them in here. And I got these from Caboose Hobbies. I think I forget off the top of my head. I'm going to say they charged me $10 for this, which is going to be awesome for when I need extra wood for more scratch builds. So that's gonna be really, really cool. So here's a piece that I had already made, and I've got the whatever you call them pieces. It's out of my head right now. The bracing is on the ends of it, so I can connect it. What I'm going to do is the back end of here, I'm just going to paint this black because this is going to face the wall, the back wall of the shelf layout when that gets built. Yeah, it was a really good price. I'm betting when they lumped it all together with all the other parts that I had gotten, I'm pretty sure the shipping for it probably paid for itself. So here's the way this is going to lay out. Let me get rid of these because that's going to be the other kit. I do have another spare piece that I cut from here, which is going to be that back wall. So we are going to be able to build that kit as is, along with the parts that we have here. Question from Caboose Stop: was that an auction or is there stock? I don't know where it came from. I don't know how they acquired it. But I got it out of their auction. They had it up one night. It was and I'm not even sure if I got it on the N scale show or the HO scale show. But it was up there one night. They actually had a couple of them. I was just lucky enough that I was able to get one. So we've got this going. Here's the way this is going to look. We've got the front here. We're going to put a sidewall here. We're going to put another sidewall there. That's actually going to be the front. These are the original sides, but that's going to be the front. These two are now going to be the sides, right? And then this will be the back wall. So the whole building will be that long and it will be that wide that way. So what I did is I colored up the extra piece that I had. I did that this afternoon to match the rest of that. I did put the trim on the sides of the building. I went with just a darker green color. I got the bracing on here. Again, that's just going to go on the back. I did want to, I am actually going to make I'm going to make a tip out of this, but I did want to show you guys something real quick. Um, and I'm going to leave it this large, but normally I would zoom in. So as I was adding the trim work, here's a tipster from the Rickster. So pay attention real quick. As I was adding the trim work on the sides, I realized that I was using too much glue. And the way that I was putting the stuff on, it was squeezing the glue out and onto the front of the building, and the glue would get stuck inside the clapboard, and it has a glossy finish to it, and I'm starting to not like it. I know I'm the only one who's seeing it, and I can always go over it with weathering, but it just bothered me. So I ran into something that I figured out, and here's my newest technique. So normally what I would do is I would take the piece and I would put glue on it and then affix it to the piece. So I'm reversing that now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the glue on the piece, and you don't need that much, but I like to use a lot of Aleene's just because it's a tacky glue and it sticks very, very well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my trim and I'm going to put it on the edge, just holding it there for a second. And what I'm actually going to do, I did that wrong. Hold on, back this up. I put it on the wrong side. See, I'm not even paying attention. There's a blooper. Add that to the blooper reel. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the glue to the end right there. Right there. All right. Now we've got glue on the end. Now, in order to not get glue on the front, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my trim and I'm going to place it on the front here, and I'm going to bend it over so it pushes the glue to the back. And now when I have that piece set in front, you'll see there's a lot of glue on the back, which is actually just going to help it seal, but there is no glue on the front. Come on, focus. No glue on the front. Maybe we should go here. No, that's going to screw the green screen up because it's all green. All right, take my word for it. Sorry, I couldn't get it to focus. No glue on the front. That's going to screw with the paint job or leave a glossy finish. So that's the way that I'm going to do my builds from now on. Like it or leave it. So now I just got to let that dry. Back to my two screw ups. Hey, CP368 Productions. Tim is in the house. Welcome aboard, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. Yes, we all have dirty minds. Instead of blaming Heath, we can blame Blummer 33 for this one. Yes, we can. Did you use a Sharpie? Did you use a Sharpie on that or paint? Where are you asking about the Sharpie? I could tell you this. I did not use a Sharpie on anything that you see here. If you're talking about the darkness on the side there, that actually came from the homemade stain that I use, which gets brushed on. And of course, the ends of the wood soak up the most of the stain. So that's what turns darkest. So no, that is not Sharpie. That's just the stain and how that takes flight, I guess, or whatever. Yeah, flight. Yeah, it's flying. I don't know. I didn't even know Keith had friends. Nice. Watching glue dry can tell it's a T. Wow. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. Of course, we have dirty minds. Yep. What else? The green. No. So the green is not Sharpie either. So the green is paint. It's actually the The color is called Chrome Oxide Green. It's a Master's Touch color, and I got this from Hobby Lobby. All I did is I used a really fine brush, and I kind of just dry brushed it on there and just filled in most of it and left some of it blank, just to give it that, like, come on, focus in. Yeah, there you go. So most of it's dried brushed, and then I just filled in some of the spots just to make it more full. Did the same with the yellow. The yellow color is just called Yellow Deep. Again, a Master's Touch Hobby Lobby product. Yeah, thank you, camera. I appreciate it. Camera sucks. How my ears? No way you're still on the left rail. Heath's bench work is almost done. That's awesome. That's awesome. Can't beat the live demo. Absolutely. Absolutely. I do this only for you guys. So here's my 2 screw ups. First of all right, you guys know that I'm working on another project with the build crew. And the part that I'm on right now, or the part that I was working on, was getting the windows put together. I didn't realize that I still had parts of this build on my workbench, which included these windows, which go in all of these holes. There are 3. Yeah, there are 3. And then what I did was when I set the other kit aside, when I set this kit aside to work on the other kit, I put these windows back in the Titchy box. And this afternoon, when I went to go look for my windows, I couldn't find them. And thankfully, had a spare set in the other kit that I bought. But then once I knew what the windows looked like, I was able to go back and find them in the box. So fix that. No problems there. The other problem that I did run into, which is a little different than any other kit. Normally, with the Foscale model kits, you get 2 sizes of wood. Normally, what you would get, again, is this really thin material, which is equivalent to a 2x4 or 2x6, I believe. It is really thin trim. So this is what will go around the roof, and around, I believe, the bottom of the what's going to go on the will go on the deck right there. So that's got to get that trim also. And then you also get these, which are, I believe these are I'm not sure if these are 1/8 or if these are, I think these are 1/8. So these are the bracing. This is what goes on back of all of the boards to keep the board straight when you're painting and staining. But then I got this third one, which is 1/16. No, this looks like 1/8. I believe this might be 1/4. This might be 1/4. This might be 1/8. Yeah, because this stuff, I don't know. I'm all confused. But I got a third one this time. No, I have 4 now. I am so confused. So this is the bracing material. This is the trim. This is 1/16. This is larger than that. So this must be 1/8. And then this is larger than that. So this must be 1/4. All right. I think I'm on track now. And of course, this is the trim. But I'm not used to having the 1/8. So I got confused and I started cutting up pieces of the 1/8, and I was using that for the bracing, and then realized that they were 2 different sizes. The 1/8 is supposed to be used for the legs of the stand. So I'm hoping that I cut these in sections that I'll still be able to use them. I have to stain them. So what I did was I actually stained these and didn't need to. And that's where I got confused. So hopefully I can rectify that. I believe I have enough of them. I'm now keeping them separate. I have enough of them that I think I can use with no problem. And we'll go from there. Who's going to get a layout done first, Rick or Heath? I'm going to give it to Heath. Mine's not going to get done anytime soon. I am out of space where I need to put the layout. And again, I think I've been saying this for about a year now. I need to get the shelf layout going. I am really just being lazy about it, and I don't know why. Rick has a closet layout. I don't even have a closet layout at this point. I've got no layout at this point, which is depressing. Why is Rick always playing with wood? Well, that's why they call me the tree. I don't know. I am taking a really I'm taking a liking to the wood kits now over the plastic kits. Still love my DPM kits, but really taking a liking to the wood kits. Pull your business card out. Duh. Yeah. All right. Now, you think I found that you think I know what I did with that business card now that I put it away? That's the problem. Where the hell did that go? Look, I have every business card but the one you're asking for. How about that? Here it is. Well, that's actually not going to help. And it's not going to help because this is all in scale. So it's not going to tell me the 8th, the 16th, and all that. So we're kind of screwed there. But we can look at this is HO scale. So that is 1 foot. According to HO scale, that is 1 foot. The one we were looking at is it's not even half. So that might be one. No, I don't know that in a fraction, but that's more than half of. It's more than an eighth. So here, this one is 1/16, which looks to me could be right. I don't know. But there you go. I used my little thingy. I thought Rita was the layout. Well, Rita's is what I play with most now. So I don't know. Rick needs to branch out for more space. I do have a plan to get more space, but I've got to be really sneaky about it in order to get it. So we'll see how that goes. Your mat has a printed ruler on it. It does. But it doesn't go down that far. It will do like that is 1/8 of an inch. So it's not going to go any smaller than that. This one again will do 1/8 of an inch on the clear one. That's about it. So I can't go smaller than that. Anyway, let's see if we can get this building together, or at least some of the parts together. So it's going to be like watching glue dry here for a little bit. So what I'm going to do is get. How did I do this? I'm going to put this together with that, I think. No, because I still have to sand that piece. No, I'll wait on the back part of it. Let's do the front. The front's just going to be two. So what I did was I changed the plans a little bit. So the original plan was this piece wasn't here. I added this piece. This piece. No, that piece. Let's go back to the plans, and then I'll tell you right now whether I'm right or wrong. All right, so the side piece had the trim or had the bracing. The middle piece, the front piece did not. So I didn't want to go ahead and start ripping off the wood, fearing that I would crack the wall. So all I did was I added my own bracing to the front piece, which was not called for. And all I'm going to do here is I'm going to butt these two together. And I'm going to use that sneaky little technique that I did, and I'm going to put them like that and then squish it just like that. And I actually have a really small clamp that I'm going to put on here, which is actually too strong because it's bending that way. So I can't do that. All right. So we're just going to leave this to its own devices and just lay it flat and allow for that to dry flat. I guess I could put weights on it and then clamp it, and that would make a lot of sense. But we don't make sense here. We don't sell sense. We don't make sense. Try and pick both of these up, and we're going to do the same thing and just bend it together. Just like that. All right, I think I am going to put a little weight on there and a little weight on there. Actually, I think I could just get that glue off of that. I'm just going to lay that right there across the joint. And I think we'll be okay with that. This one is still drying over here. That's the first one that we did. Tape the business card ruler to your cutting mat. Yeah, but again, this is in scale. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but I don't know that that's going to work either because that's scale. So this is only going to tell me what it is in HO scale, but it's still not going to tell me 16th, 8th, or 3rd. All right. I'm off of that. I need to make sure this is aligned right because right now it is not. See that? The whole thing came up. All right. Got to put that there. That's got to be aligned. I'm just pushing those together against the block to make sure that the whole thing is flat. And I'll put it on there. Shouldn't take long for that to get tacky. I'm tacky. No, I'm not tacky. I hope I'm not tacky. So all in all tonight, the only thing that we got done was gluing on a piece of trim and gluing the front together. I could try. So I already have the trim over there on. So this would actually just slide right there and it would get glued to that. And then when I go and put the back on, the back is actually going to get glued. Lay that flat so we can see this. This will get glued so you can see the trim there. Let's see if we can zoom in. There we go. Gets a little fuzzy. Ken Amos Jr. just walked in. Thanks for stopping by, Ken. So there's that trim. The trim is on the edge there, and that'll get glued like that. And then the other side will fall in line. So I could, and I think I will. I'm going to do that now. Before I do that, I have a little file somewhere around here. Right there. It's hiding. Just need to square up that bracing piece because that's a little proud. Bottom one's fine. And then this trim piece is also a little long. And I'm going to do the bottom as well. Corey, it's funny you should mention that because right here at my feet. You're not going to be able to see it because it's yellow, but I do have a hair dryer and I do use it for drying paint, but I can't do that live because you guys wouldn't like it. So yes, I firmly agree with you. You know, this one I could probably just chop off. There we go. Get the bulk of it there. And then a little trim. Good. All right. So we're going to add a little bit of glue to the edge here. Actually, I could have put some on the inside too. That'll give me a better hold. Okay, slide in and buckle up. Somewhere I've got another one of these bricks, but I don't know where it is. It is somewhere though. All right, so we'll give that a minute. I do have the height correct. So I guess I should check that. There we go. We'll give that a minute to set up. Next week, watch Rick remove 3 blocks gluing to the building. Look, I got it off. I got it off. It came out. Actually, that's that glue right there is dry. So, but yeah, I guess it would be cool if I put down like some parchment paper or something so we didn't run into that problem. I got $20 in US change and can't cash it in. Oh, that sucks. Well, bring it with you. Throw it in your luggage. I wonder what $20 in change weighs these days. How do you think this hair looks that good? You know, it's funny. Normally, what I would do is I'm used to actually shaving my head. I have not been to a barber since I was 14 or 15, maybe 15. What I usually do is I let my hair grow in like this, and then I get tired of getting up in the morning and brushing it. It's just a pain in the ass. I hate the idea of brushing it. So what I normally do is I let it grow in, and the first person who comes to me and says, "Wow, you look like you woke up on the wrong side of the bed," or "Man, you got some weird bed head." Usually that day I will come home and I will shave it down to either a crew cut, or if it's summertime, I will actually bick it bald. And then this usually goes away also. Normally it happens in September, but I kept it on a little longer this time. So you have it here for October. So I'm not sure when I'm going to do it, but it's going to happen soon. I can tell you that. That's an impressive hairdo. So the next funny thing is my wife loves to she loves to do my son's hair. My son has a really cool hairstyle. It's all shaved on the side and it's a little long on top, and his hair has a very natural part on one side and it allows his hair just to fall sideways. It looks really good on him. But my wife wants me to do his hair in the morning for when he goes to school. So when I get up in the morning and I'm getting ready for work, and you go in the bathroom, you get your shower, you wash your face, hands, all that jazz, brush your teeth after you've eaten breakfast. I'll have my hair still wet, and I'll get to my son and I'll do his hair and I'll put some gel in it. And after I gel up his hair, my hands are all full of gel now. So instead of just washing my hands again, I figured I'll just use it and I'll put it in my hair. And I got to work one day, like the first or second time that I did it, and everybody's like, "Wow, what did you do different to your hair?" And I'm like, this might actually work. So I don't know. I might do that. I might shave it off. I'm not sure. Overlord the plane. Yeah. Oh, you mean you're talking about the change? Yeah. Leave the beard. Let's see how long. No, I cannot do that. I can't. I'm afraid to look like Jason. I'm not saying it's a bad look, but Jason had that long beard going for a while, and then he looked absolutely great when he cut it off. And yeah, I'm not going to go that route. I'm not going to go that route. You have some bad thing going on. We watch you shave it live. I actually, I remember a while ago, this was a couple years back, when we were still doing the putting out the short videos to say, hey, the reminder video saying, hey, Sidetrack Sunday's coming up this Sunday. Come and watch my channel, blah, blah, blah. And it was like 15 seconds of a video or whatever. I did one video where I was in my bathroom and I was getting ready to shave my head, and I put the camera up and on, and I hit record, and I was about to do it, and then I did the whole intro, and I'm like, guys, you're in my bathroom. This is a little intrusive. Hey, watch Sidetrack Sunday this Sunday. I'm gonna do the show. And then I took the razor and I did one line, and then I cut the camera off. So there is a video out there of me doing one line of shaving my head bald. If you can find it, it's there. Poor kid braids his son's hair in the morning. I do not braid his hair. He does not get braids. He gets gel. It's worth a couple of pure blondes, Rick. Yeah, I bet. Just keep pulling your beard to make the hair shorter. You know what? I have this one patch right on this side that always gets gray. And now I got these cool little scissors here that, again, I lost. Oh, there they are. So now I got these cool little scissors that I can sit and just chop away those little tiny hairs. That's really what I bought them for. No, I'm only kidding. They'll stay down here with the modeling stuff. But yeah, so everywhere else, my mustache, my head of hair, like the rest of my beard, none of it's gray except for this one little patch right here on the corner, and I don't know why. All right. So let's flip this around to the other side. And we're going to repeat the process. Now, this side here is still drying. That's the top. The bottom looks like, I don't want to mess with it too much because it's still drying, but I think I can. There's a little bump there. There we go. We can square that off. Yeah, that feels good. All right. But it's the top anyway. So no worries. Now, there's my blooper, because I looked at this one and I went, oh, I gotta put that trim on the opposite side, right? So this is the piece that I had, and the trim is on the outside, right? So I thought to myself, oh, I gotta put that trim on the opposite side because it's going on the opposite side of the building. And oh no, it's not a blooper. I did it right. I was thinking, oh no, I had the piece upside down. Oh my gosh, I'm going crazy. All right, so I had the piece upside down. The green goes towards the top. I was thinking the building was the other way around. So I was holding this as if the building was straight. But if I do it that way, the green is now towards the top. The trim is to the outside. I was right the whole time. I was right. Going crazy. All right. A little glue down there. So we should be able to at least get 3 walls together and maybe have this thing stand up. We'll see. Squeeze that in. I didn't like that. All right, stick this over here and just get that square real quick. And then move that here. And we'll let that square. All right, watching glue dry. Save all the hair off your head one day. Wish you had it all. Pardon me. So actually, I did a couple years ago. I did let my hair grow. I grew my hair for 16 months, 16 straight months. I had it through an entire summer, which was killer. I got my hair to grow 10 inches long, which was the required length to have it cut off and send to um it was not Locks of Love, it was someone else. I can't remember. Um it was a shampoo company. I want to say it was Pantene. Pantene has their own um program that's like Locks of Love. Um The only difference is when you donate to Locks for Love for Locks for Love, whatever it is. Unfortunately, they they do make the wigs and they do offer them to cancer patients, but the cancer patients have to purchase the wigs. Pantene takes your donations of hair and they work with a provider to create the wigs, and then they donate their wigs free of charge to cancer patients. So that's why I chose to go to Pantene rather than Locks of Loves, Locks for Loves, whatever it is. But I did get my hair to grow 10 inches long. It was all the way down in my face. I was able to put it up in a ponytail. A lot of the times I wore it in a little man bun kind of thing. I don't know if I have any videos of that. I think that might have been before I was doing live streams. But what I did was, I know I have a picture somewhere, but I wasn't prepared to show it. I had my wife take those little tiny rubber bands. I think they were my daughter's rubber bands. And we took like sections of my hair and we twisted them together and we made like several ponytails. And then we were able to cut them off one by one to get 10-inch strips. Because if you would have just taken the whole thing, put it together and cut it off at one point, all of this other hair you would have lost it. You wouldn't have been able to do anything with it. And the hair that you actually did get 10 inches out of, you wouldn't have had that much of it. So I had like, I forget how many, I think we counted either like 12 or 14 different strips of hair. And I was able to donate that. And that was an awesome experience. I will never do that again. I'm not growing my hair that long. It was murder to go through in summer. 20 years ago, I went to the barber and asked, I want to cut. Oh, I just wish those girls from my younger years. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe just a camera angle, but the first wall looks like it isn't flush with the bottom of the front. You're talking about down here or here? I think it must be the camera angle. Well, we'll flip it up in a minute and we'll see. I'll give it a couple minutes to dry, especially this wall. But I think it's just a shadow that you're seeing. Um, if you buzz your hair down, oh, that's true. That's true. I could. They were going after they did the damage. Man, slap. That was a great one. When you shampoo your hair, does it make your head? No, I don't think it ever does. Guys are terrible. All right, so let's see. I might be a little premature. I'm gonna regret that one. There is a glue, but I believe it's not a glue. I believe it's more of an epoxy. Um, because they do have, if you remember, They do have those pens that you can like write, and then there's a light on the other end that you can use to cure it. It's not a glue. It is liquid when it starts, but I don't think it's a glue. I think it's an epoxy. It's kind of the same scenario when you go to the dentist and the dentist does work on your teeth and they use that UV light. It's kind of the same concept. I don't believe that's epoxy they're putting in your mouth, but it's that same concept. All right, so let's flip this up. Hey, we got a freestanding building. Look at that. So if we get a close look over here, yeah, that looks relatively square. I don't feel any bump there. I think it might be a shadow. Looks like I got to sand that down a little bit on that one side. But it sits, if I get it off the windows, it sits flat and no rocking. So I can't complain there. This one here, I believe is too long. I think I have to cut it. Let's see if it'll slide in here. No, it will. It will. It is a bit too tall. This one is a bit too tall, so I'm going to have to sand this one down. But that's what the building will look like. So the back of this building, I'm going to paint black. And then we have to go through and we have to make some sort of roof for it. So this is like, it's not a 16th. I'm going to say it's like a 132. Yeah, it's probably 132nd too tall. So I'm going to have to sand that thing down and get that straight. But that's a hell of a kitbash right there. So I'll leave it at that for now. That's what she said. What I'll do for next week is I will get the windows all painted up. The windows are going to be the same dark green color as the trim is. So I'll get the windows all taken care of. I still do have to paint the doors. The doors have to go on the front. This is the original deck that this thing was supposed to sit on. Let me flip you back down here. So this being the back of the building and this being the side of the building, this was the front part of, oh, that's right. There's another part. There's another piece. Hang on. That's right. It's this. It's this. I was wondering where it went. So this is the deck board. And all of these little squares here, these are what these little piling things have to get glued into. So that's the standings for those. So here, I'm messing the building up. These would fit in here and they would get glued and they all got to get cut to height. I don't know that I'm going to have to do that, but I'm going to have to make one out of this, this other board. But if you notice, this is the same width as that. So this being the front, this was supposed to sit like that. That being the side. And then this was the front part where that board sat to give you the aesthetic that it was a wooden plank. You get the idea. I don't know why I can't get my words. All right. So for next week, I will paint the back black, maybe put some trim on there to make it look like something. I don't know what they call it. It's like shadow box thing with wood. I also want to put I want to try and put some trim over these here to cover up those two, the junction point there. This will get painted black and I'll get the windows in. We'll get that glued together and then I'll come up with an idea for the roof. It might just be made out of the same material and we'll get that glued on top. Of course, we'll probably do the same paper roof that I always do because I love that. And then, yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out from there. My dentist has a Brazilian. I am really, really hoping that your dentist is female. If not, I don't about a cavity, but sounds like your dentist. There you go. I do that all the time with my wife. Oh, goodness. Nice. What are you going to use for a roof? So I'll give you an example. I don't know what did they send. I'm looking at the other kit that I got in the mail here. What did they send for a roof? I think the roof they sent was simply, yeah, there it is. So they just sent a simple cardboard, and the cardboard roof, see it has the bend here, this line here. What they had planned on doing was you make that little bend, right? So you bend this up a little bit, just like that. And then this was supposed to sit like that, and you were going to glue that on. So just to give you an example, so this is the side of the building. You see how that slants up. So this would sit on there like that, on that same angle, and that would have been the roof for that building. So what I could do is I could use these and put one on each side, because I do have two, one from each kit, and then I would have to find something in the middle just to make a flat piece for right there. So I could do that. Or what I was thinking was just taking another piece of wood. Of course, this would get covered in. Here's the other building that I did. I would do my tar paper roof that I love to do so much. Um, so I would do that. So I could use either this and make another piece, or just get a piece of the basswood and cover the whole thing flat. What I was thinking is just doing it flat from one side to the other. And then this here would be like a little peak, which means I would probably have to cut these down, because that needs to sit flat against that wall. And then of course I would need to add some pieces on there for that roof to sit on. So I don't know. I'm going to sit on that. I'm going to think on it for a little bit and find out which way. It probably would be easier to use this, but I don't know. I don't know. Let me know. Put something in the comments real quick which way you guys would like to see it, or if you have a preference. Maybe we'll do another vote, since you guys are the ones who gave me the idea to do the Kitbash. So we'll either go with a flat roof with the front wall being a peak, or we contour both sides and cover the top. So let me know. You guys either leave it here or leave it in a comment afterwards. Let me know. I'll tally it up, and we'll do it again in 3 weeks, and we'll figure it out then. Jump over here to the main cam. Hey, look, logo's still hanging out. Go take a nap. So yeah, let's do it that way. You guys go ahead and vote on it and let me know, and we'll go from there. Using 3x5 cards would work. Yeah, I could probably do that too. Yeah, I could see index cards would do the same thing. Ask Rita what she thinks. If I, yeah, I could. Yeah, I'm going to leave that one alone. I had one, but I'm going to leave that alone. I know what Rita would say. But hey guys, so next week is John from Schuylkill River Valley. He'll be on here. He's gonna do the first week of November. Gosh, can you believe it? This year is almost over. Another project that I have coming up, I'm working on the cars for the Sidetrack Sunday holiday show. Not going to reveal that at all. We'll have to wait till the show to see those. So we currently have the decals being made up. So that will be in production soon. Hopefully that goes smoother than last year. We'll see. If I learned anything, you never know. All right, guys, I will leave you at that. It sounds like my cold's kicking in. So let's go ahead and we'll roll the credits. Over here to my right, your left, is a video of mine. Right down here in the corner there, there's a playlist I need you to check out. And then right below me is the like and subscribe button. Check it out. Take it easy, guys. See you in a couple weeks.